Hi, this is Frances from Yoga Glow Studio. I'm going to be taking you through a fairly dynamic but steady flow today. We'll be doing a little bit of core work to start, and then we'll be doing quite a few twists in this flow. Twists are a wonderful way for, well, first of all, they're great for the spine, for spinal health, for shifting our energy, but also really good for supporting the body's natural detoxification processes. So with our twists, we can sometimes compress the internal organs and then release them, and this is a great way really to release toxins. So after this practice, make sure you drink plenty of water just to make the most of it and get those toxins out of the body. Okay, we're going to start lying down on the back. So you can just lower yourself down onto the back and just take a few moments in a Shavasana shape just to land. Just relaxing the body down, allowing yourself to settle into the space. So this is your time to connect. Nothing else is more important. So notice the breath, the rise and fall of the breath. And notice how you feel in your body and your mind. Maybe engaging your Ujjayi oceanic breath. That breath which is a little bit like you're trying to fog up a mirror with the exhale. But normally or traditionally Ujjayi breath is in through the nose and out through the nose. Good. And we're just going to, from here, just see about bringing the right knee in towards the right shoulder. So just hugging the right knee into the right shoulder. And you can also engage through the left leg and the foot, tucking the chin lightly in. And then from here we're just going to cross the leg over to the left side and look over the right shoulder. Just seeing if you can draw the right shoulder a little closer to the mat. And then we'll come back to center, and you can hug the left knee in, keeping the right leg and flexed, leg firm, foot flexed. And then again, finding your twist. Good. From here, coming back to center, we'll make our way up into bridge pose. So for most people, reaching the fingertips so they touch the heels is the right place to come up. Just check where it is for you. And see if you can snuggle the shoulders a little bit closer together underneath you. My microphone's in the way, so I'm not able to do this. You can also link the hands underneath you, interlink them. Keep sliding the tailbone forward. And squeezing and lifting the hips. Good, and then just releasing all the way down onto the mat. And you can just windshield wiper the legs from side to side, just easing the lower back. And coming back to center, we're going to get straight into some core exercises. So you can reach the knees up. So you want the knees to be exactly over the hips, and see if you can engage or draw navel into spine. So you're closing the gap between the back and the mat. Don't worry if it's not completely closed, but the intention is there. Then we're going to bring the hands and interlink them behind the head. So when you're ready, let's inhale, squeeze and lift head and shoulders up. And exhale, twist to the right, hover the left leg out. Inhale back to center, curl up, and exhale, twist left. Inhale, center, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist left. Inhale, center, exhale, twist right. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, and exhale, left. Inhale, coming back, and you can squeeze and lift everything up. And then release. Good. So just stretch out through the core. You can always lift the small of the back. Stretch into the core muscles that you've just worked. And then release. And we're going to come back to center and take our second set. So this time, bringing the legs up. Again, establishing that connection, navel to spine, pressing the lower back onto the mat. And all we're going to do is cross the right leg over the left. So you can stay here, or you can come into full Garandasana eagle legs by wrapping the ankle round. Don't worry if that doesn't work in your anatomy, it really doesn't matter at all. And then you can bring the arms up, and reach the right arm under the left, and find your reverse prayer or wherever you can hold. We're just going to do a few, so just stay with it. Let's use the breath to help us. Inhale, squeeze and lift up. And exhale, elbows to knee. Inhale, hover and extend. Knees and elbows away. And coming back. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, extend one more time. And exhale to release back down. Good. You can bring the arms wide, just come into butterfly legs for a moment, just relax. Good, and then let's take that to the other side. So from here, lifting the legs up, lifting the arms up, we're going to wrap the left leg over this time, and this time the left arm will come under. When you're ready, finding that connection of lower back to the mat. Inhale, squeeze and lift up. Exhale, draw away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, releasing back down. You can take one more full body stretch, stretching through the fingers, through the toes, and then relax the whole body down into the mat. Now we're going to take 2 cleansing breaths. So we're going to inhale through the nose and out the mouth. And on the exhale, I want you to let go of any stress, any tension, any worries, any negative emotions that you've been holding in, and you're just going to release on the exhale. Big inhale together. And again, inhale. Good. From here, let's walk the feet back in towards the body. You can roll to one side to come up, or just rock and roll on the back a few times. Coming all the way up. Good. And here, maybe taking a sip of water, making any adjustments you need to clothing. And then we'll come into all fours, into your tabletop position. So setting up in your table, hands underneath the shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, let's drop the belly, shine the heart forward. And exhale, push into the hands, round, contract. Inhale, forward. Exhale to round. Inhale, forward. And exhale to round. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Good, and we'll find our thread the needle pose. So you can reach the right arm up and then thread through to the other side, bringing the right ear to the ground. Left arm can reach forward or maybe come behind you with the palm facing out. And focus on rolling the weight onto the arm that's on the ground. Relaxing the face. Good, and then we'll release. Left hand presses down, right hand up. And back down, other side. And just try to keep your awareness on the breath. So thoughts may come and go, but just keep your awareness and focus on the steady breath. Just encouraging the body to withdraw the senses, to become present and aware in this moment. So you can experience a state of equilibrium, connect with mind, body and spirit together for the whole of our session together. And then let's release, coming back to center, stretching the left arm up and releasing down. Again, we're going to work into the core a little bit so you can reach the right leg back, drawing it back out of the hip, reaching the left arm forward. Inhale here and exhale, rounding through the spine, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, replace just the hand and bring the foot over to the left side. Just peek over the left shoulder, just getting a nice stretch all the way down the right side of the body. Re-straightening into the leg to take it a little bit deeper. And then coming back to center. Good. Second side. Let's reach the left leg back to start. Reach the right arm forward, lift up the belly to the spine. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, hand down, leg steps to the right side. Rebend or re-straighten into that leg, I should say. Big stretch. And let's bring it back to center. And from here, we'll make our way into downward dog. So you can lift up the hips. And here, just bending and straightening the legs, warming up the legs and the back. And then finding a moment of stillness here. Let's bring the feet to the edges of the mat, maybe bend the knees a little bit. Lifting up the hips even a little higher. Good, and then you can walk the hands back towards the feet. Just bring the left hand onto the right leg. Find a twist here. Pulling quite firmly if that feels okay. And then switching sides. And then let's make our way up to the top of the mat. You can walk the feet up. Halfway lift, lengthen out the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, palms to the heart. Good. So from here, just for a moment, In your Tadasana, bringing the hands onto the upper chest, one over the other. Tucking the chin gently in. So just connecting to your breath here. So I want you just to tune in. Yoga is a wonderful way to get to know yourself. There's a concept called Maya, which means illusion or veil of illusion. So a lot of the time we find ourselves defined by our job title, perhaps our relationship status, maybe the kind of house we live in, all these external things which we can all lose at any time. And yoga encourages us to go within, to find that place of inner quiet and stillness where we can let go of our attachment to outer trappings and really learn more about ourselves, what makes us tick, what activities or practice support our mental health. So just having a look at your life now and thinking about how you can perhaps create a little bit more sense of balance. What practices or activities can you focus on a little bit more, or perhaps what you need to let go of? And it's also a place of non-judgment, so letting go of expectation, judgment, and just learning to be present with your breath in the moment. And then just noticing what comes up for you in the session, but also afterwards. So when you're ready, we can blink open the eyes once more, and we're going to find chair pose. So you can bring the big toes together and about an inch between the heels, find that alignment. And then let's inhale into chair and exhale, sink the hips down, engaging the lower belly a little bit here. And then we're going to bring the hands to heart center. And let's see about taking a prayer twist to the left. So you can just bring the right elbow outside the left knee. Just stay with the breath here. Keep working the hands towards the midline of the chest. Rolling that left shoulder back. Good, and then coming back to center, looking down, and we're going to step the right leg all the way to the back of the mat. Adjust the feet as you need to, and then we're going to start to lean forward, and again find your prayer twist here. You can always drop the back knee down. And then when you're ready, dropping the back knee down. And again, just adjusting as you need to. So here, you might be able to feel the twist. As you've got the back stabilized, the lower leg down, you can feel the twist coming a little bit more into the upper mid-thoracic spine, really deep twist. Keep the breath steady. Good, and then we'll look down, bring the hands to the top of the mat, and here we're just going to flex the back foot, so lengthen out here. And then we're going to walk the hands round to the right, so looking down at the mat and just finding a forward fold.
letting the head and neck drop down here. You can always shake the head gently out here, or just find stillness. And let's bring the hands forward, and you're just going to plant the right hand under the face. And let's see about peeling the left arm up, finding a twist here. And then switching sides. And from here, walking the hands all the way to the top of the mat. And readjusting as you need to, finding that low runner's lunge. Let's plant the right hand and lift up the left arm, finding another twist as you draw the left hip slightly back here. And then into your side plank, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot and stack the feet one over the other. If you want more, you can lift up the top leg. And if you want less, you know to drop the right knee down, either planting the left foot or maybe lifting the left foot up in line with the hip, drawing the left hip slightly back, maybe finding a long reach here. Good, and then from here, let's come into table or plank position. Inhale, shift the weight forward, and exhale to lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale here, exhale, traveling to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, exhale, inhale, exhale. So coming to the second side now. Inhale into your chair pose, exhaling to sink the hips down. Breathe here and find your prayer twist to the right. And just check the knees stay in line with each other, so hug the knees in towards each other. Keeping the breath steady even in this deep twist. Yeah, and then let's just come back to center for balance and step the left foot all the way to the back of the mat. When you're ready, reaching forward and finding your twist again. Neck is relaxed, just looking down or forward. And lowering the back leg down, pressing the knee against the elbow to help you to go even a little bit deeper. And releasing, hands down to the ground, coming up with the back foot and walking the hands round. Finding your forward fold, you can bring the feet out even wider. Let the head drop down. Either keeping the hands on the ground or maybe for this one bringing them onto the legs. And you can bring the hands down. We'll walk the hands to the top of the mat and find your twist here. Left hand down, right hand up. Into your side plank, whichever version you wanted to take. One more inhale. Exhale into plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale to lower to the belly. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, making your way back to downward dog. Good, pressing through all the fingers evenly, drawing the chest towards the thighs. And let's pick up the right leg, open up the right hip. Really pressing the right knee open. And then stepping the right leg forward to the top of the mat. And let's bring the left foot out, 45-degree angle, warrior one. Adjusting as you need to. Front knee over the front ankle, shining the hips forward. You can always bring the feet a little bit wider on the mat if it feels too narrow. Good, and then from here we're going to come into our revolved triangle pose. So for this posture, maybe finding a brick or water bottle, something you can have under your hand, walking the back foot in a few inches, and then let's lift up through the spine. Take a big inhale, and exhale, we're going to start to lower the body down, and then bring the hand onto the ground or onto your block, and then peel the right hand up as you draw that right hip back. And then releasing, coming back down to center. And we're just going to set the brick off to the side. And from here, bring the hands inside the right foot and bring the back knee down. So finding a lizard pose here. You can bring blocks underneath the hands or even come down onto forearms. You can also roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. That's where I'm going. Let the head and neck relax. And release. Set the bricks off to the side. Let's step back into plank pose. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale to lower all the way or perhaps halfway. Cobra or upward dog. And back to downward dog. And we'll take 2 cleansing breaths here. Inhale. Out the mouth. And again, inhale. And let go. Good. From here, let's pick up the left leg, open up the left hip. Again, really opening up that hip as much as you can by drawing the knee open. And then we'll step that leg to the top of the mat. Bringing the right foot 45 degrees. Warrior one. Sinking the hips down. And again, just really embodying that warrior energy, that friendly warrior. And moving from here into your revolved triangle, perhaps with the block. So stepping the right foot up a few inches, let's lengthen out and start to tilt forward. You can always bend, I should have said this on the other side, but you can bend the front leg a little if you need to, if you've got tight hamstrings. Just find the right point and see if you can re-straighten that leg, draw the left hip back and peel open. And let's release, setting the block off, making your way into your pigeon pose, your lizard pose. Again, you can also bring the blocks underneath the arms if you want to. And let's release, setting the blocks off to the side. Let's find plank pose, or skip it if you want to. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, lower all or halfway down. Upward dog or cobra. Back to downward dog. Maybe paddling out the legs one more time. Good. And from here, just dropping the knees down to the mat. And you can find your poppy pose, so hips stay over the knees, and you can come down either onto forearms, or you can reach all the way forward. Just taking all the pressure off the pelvis. Allow yourself just to melt into the mat. And coming back, we're just going to swing the legs out in front of us now. Draw the sit bones back, so you're really grounding through the sit bones. And let's find your Paschimottanasana, so head to knee, inhaling to reach up tall, and exhaling to bow forward. You may have the hands on the ground, or they may be around the feet. And if you're holding the feet, just be careful you're not clenching into the shoulders. Good, and then from here, making your way up. And we'll come into our Shavasana. So you can lower yourself onto the mat, bring all the way down. And then without anything else, just allow yourself to relax into your Shavasana. Palms facing up. The most important posture of all. So really make the most of this pose. Soften the face. Relax and release the jaw. Allow yourself to truly let go. It's time now to gradually bring awareness back. You can take some circles of the ankles, wrists. Maybe find a little stretch out for the whole body again. Maybe holding onto one wrist and stretching through one side and then the other. And we'll take the final 2 cleansing breaths here. So relax the body onto the mat. Big inhale. Exhale. And again, inhaling. Exhaling out the mouth. Good. And walk the feet back in towards you. Roll onto your right side, making a pillow for your head, your hand or your arm. And using your outer hand, you can press yourself up to a seat. And coming into a comfortable seated position on your mat. Just resting the hands one over the other onto the upper chest once more. And just honouring the connection you feel to yourself here. Feeling your peaceful core, knowing that this is always at the backdrop of everything. You can always come back to this place. And just tuning in again to the idea that we are not separate entities, we're all interdependent, all connected. So tune into that sense of union, not only to yourself, but to everybody else. And let's bring our hands into prayer. Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing with me. I'll hopefully see you soon.